So you've asked for it. This is the first ever Tabletop Minions.
You asked for it.
Exactly. This is your fault. This is the first Tabletop Minions battle report, and I'm here with moderator Matt from Wreckage, otherwise known Hyacinth Games, and we are going to play Wreckage, and it's going to be my stakers. They've got a nice little homestead built for them. They're raising some capybaras, and your naughty drifters.
Yes, I'm going to take as much from him as I can.
Yeah.
It's pretty much like a regular relationship.
Oh, snap. It's the drifter way, really. Yeah. So I'm set up behind a wall, and I've got things going. I've only got 2 guys. You're going to have some surprises for me.
Yeah. So are we going to do the surprise objective? We can talk about it now or no?
No, maybe we'll leave it a surprise.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine.
All right. So that's going to be what you're going to be seeing next, and then after that we'll have. In a little bit later, we'll have hopefully add-ons to the campaign, and we'll go from there. But check out and see how things go with drifters versus stakers.
The surprise is he cheats.
All right, so we're going to start with turn 1 here. Down here, we've got our drifters on this side of the board. You see them over there.
They're hiding behind a building.
They're hiding behind a building because they're sneaking up. They're trying to get into the homestead here of the stakers. Currently, we've got 1 here on top of this building, and we've got 1 who's kind of protecting the wall. She's got a shotgun.
She does, and
he's got a rifle.
He has a rifle.
We've also got sounds like a siren going on outside. So we got that going for us. Sam is checking.
Thanks for letting me in here.
It was nice knowing you, Sam. It's been a pleasure.
I'll stay for the whole report.
Yeah, well, I think
that's the trick about living downtown.
That's the cop's decision at this point.
You got the studio downtown. It's a party. All right. So what do we need to do basically to start? We need to start and figure out whose turn it is.
So the first thing we do is the initiative test. So this is the only test in the game that is you're just rolling a number of dice and trying to get a higher number. So you go by wits. My wits from my beast handler, which is the only human I have out here, is a 3. Your wits is a, let me see, I'm sorry, I got the wrong tables here. So we've got a 3 right here for your outrider, which is the dude with the rifle up here. So we're both rolling 3 dice. And it's kind of like, we're just trying to push. Like I'm trying to get like a 6, you're trying to get a 6. They'll cancel each other out if we get the same numbers. So beat a 5, a 4, and a 2. You did with the 6.
Okay.
So now you decide whether you'd like to go first or you'd rather have me go first.
I think you're going to need to go first because I don't think I can see you.
Yes, it is true line of sight, so that is a good thought there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to activate one of my boards. So I've got 2 boards, 1, So, and then the beast handler. The beast handler can control up to 3, but that was kind of overkill.
Okay.
So I'm going to try to sprint. So the regular movement trait for a boar is 4, so that's 4 inches. Mm-hmm. And then I roll 2 dice, and I add that total to it. So most people and creatures can't sprint. Boars are nimble, so they can kind of sprint all the time. That's not bad. So I'm going to move up to 12 inches. Wrap it around however he wants. To this true line of sight, I'm going to try to get him. So that gets me like right behind the cab of this car. So he's activated. So I won't be able to activate it again until we refresh and do another round.
Okay.
And then it would be your activation for your people. What would you like to do?
Well, has she got a shot on him, you think?
Yeah, she's got a pistol and a shotgun. Okay. So the pistol is going to be extreme range.
Sure.
So basically because of the cover, so it's really true line of sight. So yeah, you can see him. So are you talking about the outrider or the person here?
Her.
Her?
Yep.
All right, so yeah, she does have a shot. So what you would want to do, do an aim shot, which lowers that threshold down.
Right. Yeah.
So instead of being a stream at 6, it's going to go back down to a 5.
Okay.
And you're going to roll her shooting, which is a 2 on her.
2 on her. 3 on
this is Decatur. So make sure one of the die is a different color, or one of our newfangled malfunction die. And Sam, you scream if he rolls a malfunction.
Woo! Okay.
All right, so that's not a hit.
No.
But I do take a nerves test, and I only have a nerves of 2. So basically, you could suppress me. It's a nice thing for like firing for effect and stuff like that. So I failed it. So little guy right here is suppressed. we do have tokens. I will grab a token for that because that's a little harder to track for like jammed weapons and suppression counters usually when I use them. So he's only going to have 2 activations next turn, 2 AP, because I have to spend an activation being unsuppressed. I hit the dirt because, like a bullet just whizzed over my head. Sure. I don't know what happens unless, I guess he's probably got weird training.
Yeah.
He's a drifter. But so that's basically you fired, and my board is now thinking whether or not they should go in, and that's going to momentarily next round slow them down. So that does go to my activation where my beast handler is being rather cautious. He's going to have the other boar sprint up the other side. So that's 9 up to 13 inches, making that boar fast moving.
Which means difficult to hit.
Yeah, you don't have to move the full 13 inches, but since I am trying to get somewhere, I'm going to. So yeah, so with this, you don't need to put activation counters or anything like that down on a group of people. We only have 5 people out here, so I'll just throw that down. That's indicating he's fast moving. He is a +1 to hit when you try to shoot at him, which will be important probably right now as your turn with the Outrider.
Right, so I think that my rifleman here is probably going to try to take a shot at that boar because the explosive boars we don't want blowing up our fence.
Well, you don't know they're exploding. All right, so it's a secret objective that our man Adam here is privy to, apparently, because he downloaded the free PDF and
I knew that they were coming. I don't want them here.
For the older crowd, do you remember GoldenEye when they were screen cheaters? You got one right here.
Oh man, that's rough. All right,
so you roll. This is a 3, so it's still only 1 die for the malfunction because you're not going to penalize someone for being a better shot.
Right.
All right, so that actually, so you're doing aim shot. So because the range on the rifle, you were great anyway because the rifle's got longer range. It did go up to a 5 because of the fast moving, back down to a 4 because of that. So you got 2 successes. Fortunately, that's not enough to do more damage. So now you're going to roll 4 dice. Target 4, 5, or a 6 because there's no. So the rifle has armor piercing.
Yep.
He does not have armor, so it doesn't affect.
Doesn't really matter.
That's not
nothing.
great. That's not great.
That's
so
not good at all.
that was actually really terrible. So so really terrible roll. I'm still going to do that nerves test because a bullet just flattened against me, and I failed it again. Those are a coin flip when I'm rolling 2 coins and I'm still failing them somehow.
Yeah.
So I got 2 suppressed hogs here.
All right.
And then I've got the only activation left is my beast handler. I'm not going to try to trigger the explosive. Cat's out the bag for that, but because it's a 2-inch plus a d6 diameter, so it wouldn't make any sense. It wouldn't get me anywhere near my objective.
Yep.
So I'm gonna do what's called a hold action. So I'm gonna run up. I'm gonna run him to the side of this building. I'm sorry, I don't know if you have a good shot for that. Can you hand me that, Sam?
Yep.
Thank you. So he's going to move 6 inches because humans only move 3+. So he's behind this building. So I can see out at where this boar is going. And then I'm going to do a hold action. Let's grab this. So he will next turn have 4 AP because I'm basically stockpiling the one. I don't know if there's much he's going to do with it. He's not a great shot or anything like that. Okay. He's really there trying to facilitate the explosions. And then we go and refresh. There's been no deaths, so we don't need to see. So the wits check's still going to be 3 versus 3 because neither of our leaders, player characters as it were, are dead. So yeah. Roll away, sir. It's going to be the same as we did last time, going for high numbers.
Well, you got a 6.
We have this.
I got a 6. But your 5 beats my 4s.
Yep. So yes, exactly. The 6s tie each other, and then the 5 is the next highest. So I'll go first. I have 2 suppressed pigs, so I can't sprint with either one of them, which is a bummer because that's really the way I could try and clinch this. So my pigs are named None and Given because they're going to explode. None right here is going to run, which is just the 1 die. It's not bad. It's 9 inches, but I mean, I'm just basically throwing myself in the field of fire where, like, yeah, I'm closer and all.
Hopefully, the concept is that I'm defending, right? So, you have to run up. And that's
like if I detonated here and did a good roll, I'd hit that. But
yeah, maybe.
So I lose the suppression marker
Yep.
because I spent the AP to do that. And he's not fast moving. He's just kind of out there.
Yep.
He's just there.
Just floating.
Yep. And now you've got, so you got the shotgun girl, which the shotgun is within 4 inches. It's a lot, so you can move and do it.
Okay.
Or the rifle is just kind of like your artillery piece.
I think that she's going to fire. She's going to fire at that same boar again, and I think this time she's going to try to use the shotgun.
Okay, so you would like to do a movement. So you lose 2 inches going over this. So
Can
basically, you're
she-
going to be right on the end.
Yeah. Why don't we do that? Yep.
All right, so you're right on the end there, and we're playing a friendly game, so
Yeah.
we're not to measure everything, but there's no pre-measuring, so you're within the 4,
Yep.
which is very good because then you get to roll 6 dice. Not 6 dice. You're still roller shooting, which is 2.
2. Right.
But your target number is 3 because
So
he's
that's-
not fast moving, and it's a scatter shot at close range.
Gotcha.
You still
Oh,
miss.
Stunk that up.
Oh goodness!
That's not good.
All right, that's great. I will roll a suppression marker. I mean, that could be that could have gotten me the round right there.
Right.
Honestly, because if you do hit with the shotgun, you get to then roll 6 dice. Target number 3 to do damage.
Gotcha.
So that boar would have been very vanquished. I'm going to run the other boar. I really wish I had 3 AP because I could maybe been able to charge in and try to gore your character.
Right.
But I don't have it. So, yeah, I'm going to move 9 inches as well. Yeah, some melee combat with boars have a pretty good fighting too. So if I had, if I had that extra AP, I would have been.
I didn't want to come across that.
We would have been snuggling.
Yeah.
And then and what sucks is because I would love to tie you up in melee because then if another character shoots into melee like your outrider, they could perhaps shoot you instead of my boar.
Gotcha.
Chances are with a good shot like the outrider, not. But now we don't get to find out. What would you like to do with your outrider? Rifleman, as you put it.
I think he's going to need to probably try to save his compatriot there. So I think that hey, it's Bike Week again outside.
Mistakes were made, everyone.
No, I mean, last time we filmed in here, there was a lot of motorcycle shenanigans going on. But I think, he can technically still see the boar. So I think we're going to have to try to save our compatriot and fire at the boar.
Which boar? None or given?
Given in this situation.
Okay.
All right. I've got
Oh!
malfunction. That's not so good. That's not so good.
This is
You're
actually
busted.
I think people might be like, okay, you guys did this 8 times until Adam screwed up everything. So that is a reliable weapon. So
Right.
that's your benefit.
That's
so you
enough.
get to roll 2 dice, and you're going to add +1 to each one of them. You're going to take the higher roll,
I got a
5
6.
to a 6.
Yep.
So no effect. You still missed.
It just sort of jammed for a
But
second.
yes, exactly. You were able to free it up. Unreliable weapons have the opposite effect. So do I have a nervous? I failed my nervous check.
Those are some skittish boars, man.
All right, guys. So no one's going to win this game. We're going to
Yeah,
have a
that's
draw in
fine.
about 4.5 hours. Yeah. So that was both of your guys.
Mm-hmm.
So I've done both of. Oh, sorry. Oh, cheat.
What
And
about
the
the,
boar explodes.
We'll move it back.
what about the beast handler, though? He's still back there behind that shanty.
He is, and he's got a hold action. All right, so I can walk and do an aim shot with him. So I don't know if I want to. You know what? Fortune favors the bold. It's only a free action to try to trigger the boar, so I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
We're going to go to none here. I'm going to 4, 5, or 6. He explodes. Does not.
Does not explode.
No.
Given 4, 5, or 6.
Come on, baby. Come on.
No.
Oh, another snake
They're
eye.
both. That's not good, man.
All
That's
right,
not
so
good.
I'm a real piece of work. So what I'm going to do, because if a boar dies, it might also explode. So I'm going to move right here. So I've only got one more turn. Now that the secret objectives are out, I've got one more round to do this.
Okay.
So I'm going to try to shoot this boar right next to the fence. He's only got a shooting of 1,
Okay.
and it's in range of my pipe rifle, and I'm doing an aimed shot. So I get a +1 to my target number because I walked.
Right.
But because I'm doing an aim shot, that goes away. So it's nice that I did the hold action. So that's gone. So I need it's a coin toss. 4, 5, or 6. I shoot this boar. 4, 5, or 6. I shot the boar.
All right.
It's power 3. 4, 5, or 6 to do damage. There's no armor again, like we talked about before. So I did 2 damage against my own boar.
Okay.
Just trying to explode it.
Right.
The boar then goes to mitigate, rolls 2 dice, mitigates nothing, goes out of action. If I just wounded it on a 6, it explodes. Now it explodes on a 5 or a 6. Dude,
Sam's excited.
I'm living the dream right now.
Yeah, blow
Come
up
on.
that pig.
Here, shit, Sam, can you blow on this? All right, thank you. Oh, damn!
No!
All right, so he's out of action.
So he's out of action and not exploding.
Yeah, so it goes wounded, out of action, dying, and dead. So we'll just throw. So he's out of action.
Yep.
So he's down. He's asleep. For a like we're not doing campaign. Pretty much everything's academic. We'll see
Right.
if he gets up at the end of this round, but maybe not.
Okay.
So we'll try that right now. He does a power check. He's got a power 2. So no, he needed a 5 and a 6. He needed 2 successes. He's down.
Okay.
So, yeah, we're going to the final round of this phase of the scenario.
Okay.
No, neither of our leaders have died, so we're rolling again.
Alrighty.
So, yeah, too bad I can't sprint him now. It doesn't matter. All right, so 5, 5, and a 1. This is when you're going to get 2 1s and a 6. Pretty much. 3. No, you got a 4 and a 6. All right, so what would you like? Would you like to go first?
Yes.
Almost always at the
Yep.
end. Yes. Yeah.
And my lady with the shotgun there, she is going to fire at the non-downed boar, I think, and see how that works.
All right. So he's within range.
Yep.
So she rolls 2 dice.
Yep.
You're going to do an aimed shot.
Malfunction and a
You're
regular
going to
one.
kill yourself. Just want you
Could
to know.
be. Could
Just
be.
want you to know.
I mean, it's still in their best interest. Needed 2s to hit. You hit.
Yep.
You get to roll 6 dice. Generally, the most dice you roll in Wreckage. I mean, unless you spent a lot of our resource units on a very old rocket launcher or something. All right, so 3s hit on this because it's over double the power of the board. So that's unfortunate. So now I roll 2 dice, 4, 5, or
Unfortunate
6.
for me or unfortunate
For you, that you still had two 1s and a 2.
I suppose, yeah.
I only mitigate 1, so he's out. He's down.
Okay.
On 5 or 6, he explodes. Come on, no whammies.
6.
Ah, man! So you downed him.
Yeah.
They're still there. So
Just laying there.
they're just laying there. This is the absolute last chance I have to win this scenario is to trigger the explosive on him, on these guys to blow them up. So 4, 5, or 6
Okay.
on given. No.
No.
4, 5, or 6 on none.
This is it.
No. All right. So I'm sorry, I cursed in your line. He's out in the open. Well, you know what? No, I'm gonna then move him back. So you don't. So you've got your outrider left. I just was a jerk and took that last shot away from you. So that wraps up phase 1, which is a victory for the stakers.
Nice.
So, oh man,
Block.
3s where I could have had 4s the entire time.
Block me some orcs.
Terrible.
Oh
Nobody
man.
died. This guy's still up there doing cool stuff, and she's still over here, and she's surrounded by some bacon now.
Nice.
I mean, there's
might
have
like-
food to
so
cook in the
everybody.
fire.
So for phase 2, the way it is on phase 2 is that it's how it's going to be with reinforcements for the stakers, and then I'm going to have to spend action points to bring drifters out from the farthest outskirts.
Gotcha.
So
Cool. All right. Well,
Yeah.
you're going to see phase 2 of the whole campaign in the next video.
all right, yeah. Next video, let's do this as like draw it out as much as possible.
Yeah,
right?
we'll probably do that.
All right, so yeah,
So what do you think?
I would have loved to seen any of my boars explode.
Well, yeah, I mean, that was the kind of the surprise, wasn't it? That they were going to blow up and you were going to try to take out the fence. But,
Yeah, I mean there was snake eyes all about. You know, you didn't roll well either.
well, At some point I did. My rifle guy, my outrider, did do some work.
You rolled when it counted.
Yeah, that's the trick. That's the trick. But yeah, so protected the fence line against the encroaching drifters. And,
Yeah, which makes phase 2 substantially harder for me.
Right, because there's no break in the fence.
Yeah, so there's no break in the fence, and also so your characters get to start basically, right outside of a building, and I have to spend action points to bring my guys to the table edge,
Right.
rather than the center, which would, drifters need to be close.
Yeah.
So this first one is generally one that I get. So that's that. If anyone has played our demo, it's what's been our demo. We're retiring it with this actually.
Okay, all right.
I've got a new demo coming out the next con. Yeah, I've won this 4 to 5 times, and you just stole victory from my teeth.
I can tell you right now, I'm sure it is not due to any kind of significant strategic thought. I'm sure it was pretty much luck.
I don't think anyone's tuning in for this for strategic thought. Honestly,
That's a good point.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
don't.
good point.
Yeah, I think you guys. So I hope you're enjoying your bat rep. You've been asking about it for
That's
a
true.
while.
It's true. And now
this
we're gonna.
This is what you get.
Yeah, exactly. And we're gonna go to the next one in the next video that you're gonna watch. Which, if you wanna, maybe it'll link down below once it's up. But right now, if you're watching this, right when it first comes out, you won't see it. But when it comes out, you'll see it, and you'll be able to find it.
Pachow.
Oh, nice, nice. There you go. Yeah, there could be one of those if you want to.
No, there's going to be one.
All right. Not right away because we won't have the second one, but once the second one's out, then you'll probably see it. Anyway, So yeah, we're going to the next one, and we'll see how the drifters do against the now even more stickers.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes when I've already failed and will continue to fail. All right.
Oh, do I just start?
No, I'll start.